Well, amid the devastating news about loss of life today, also came a glimmer of hope. Governor Cuomo says that the number of hospitalizations in New York State is the lowest it has been in weeks. But the fight for supplies and tests is far from over. CBS 2's Jessica Layton has that.
Sufficient supplies and timely testing have arguably been among the biggest failures of handling this pandemic.
I don't know which is harder, battling the COVID virus or trying to get supplies. I don't know which is more exhausting. I don't know which is more mentally frustrating and debilitating.
There have been days Dr. Alexander Salerno would have 300 potential COVID cases and only 50 tests.
First responders, which as you know are the police, EMS, and fire, they're having a hard time getting tested, and unfortunately they truly are getting quite a bit of exposure, both known and unknown.
He says finally, starting Tuesday, testing specifically for first responders will begin in Newark. But weeks into this crisis, he says it should be available for anyone.
This is a silent killer. I mean, it's such a cliche, but it's a silent killer, especially when you have asymptomatic people walking around.
Drive-through testing sites have been running out of the allotted few hundred tests a day within hours of opening. And yet federal funding for these sites appears to be in jeopardy.
We were hearing that FEMA may be pulling out of our 2 testing sites this Friday. They committed to stay in with us until the end of May. So our commitment in New Jersey from FEMA for those 2 sites is through May 31st. I can't speak to whether or not that's different in other states.
The Trump administration was asked about having a nationwide testing system Thursday.
Do you need it? No. Is it a nice thing to do? Yes. We're talking about 325 million people, and that's not going to happen.
At Westchester Medical Center, nurses in desperate need of ventilators and N95 masks rallied in the rain. And workers at New York Presbyterian Medical Center protested having to put their lives on the line while so short-staffed and without the proper gear. As for that rapid test that also shows if you've already recovered from the virus, it's clear the Murphy administration has no idea when it will be widely available here.
I don't know when it is, but I do know we're going to need it sooner than later.
Remember, those drive-through testing sites in New Jersey are not for the worried well. You will be turned away if you don't have symptoms. And there will be no testing at Bergen Community College or the PNC Bank Arts Center on Easter Sunday. Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.